dito sa ating unang laban. NCAA Season 101 on GTV is about to begin on a rainy Sunday afternoon. Ball is up, game is underway. First crack at the basket for EAC at wala nang paligoy-ligoy. Ito si Jude Bagay, although he pulls it back and they're set it up on the offensive end here. Shortstop Mintes para dito kay Wilmar of Tana. Coach, speaking of Wilmar, that was an encouraging game for him against Arellano.
Well, he had a forgettable game, shooting-wise and foul-wise against San Sebastian. It was a passable 9 points. Pero mas malaki kasi responsibilidad ngayon ni Wilmar at ni Jude Bagay dito sa team na to. Kasi they afford Coach Gerson Cabiltes to run packages na nakaposte yung guard, yung small forward nila kay Bagay kasi marunong talaga pumoste. Tapos shooter sa labas yung 4 niya, si Oftana. So nai-invert yung opensa. Nagkailangan mag-adjust ngayon yung mga kalaban. So they go hand in hand eh. Maganda yung tandem talaga nila.
Ang lehitimong big nila dito, si Jacob Shanoda lang.
Si Shanoda, si Loristo, si Bakod na magaganda yung inilaro. Just filling in and playing big. But tingnan mo yung mga Anton. Anton, Martin. Nasanay ako kay Anton. Tingnan mo yung mga tindig na mga players ng San Sebastian ngayon. I mean, you gotta give credit where credit is due. Coach Dan Rose has been working these boys tirelessly. I tip my hat always because he was my conditioning coach when I was still playing. I know the 6 a.m. club.
Okay.
I was talking to him earlier. Look at how they stand. Kaya confident sila na makipag-pisikalan. Etong si Bautista, si Ricio, yung mga bigs nila, Castor, patak talaga eh. And they're fit for the NC because they can run. Dagdag mo pa yung etong si Delarama na ang taas ng work rate. Kaya okay kay, nagpo-compete sila every game.
Yeah. So again, they're a young team. So marami pang may experience itong San Sebastian team na to, but they have the tools to do it as Oftana misses the straight line 3. Ito na, si Cuahaw. Polo Gabat closely guarded by Wilmar Oftana. Drop off Velasco against 2 EAC players.
You gotta have some upper body strength when you catch that and you try to take hits and at least get a shot attempt.
Okay, pasa natin ngayon sa ating courtside reporter for her first report. We have Christine San Agustin. Christine?
Thanks, Martin. Coach Rob Rabagala opened the Stags' pre-game huddle with one question. He asked all the players one by one, what is their biggest possession in life? And all the players answered, it's the opportunity to go to school, to study, and most importantly, the opportunity to play in the NCAA. With this, Coach Rob reminded them that if this is truly their greatest gift, then they should play every game as if it were a championship. He emphasized that experiences like these can never be taken away from them. With this, Coach Rob also challenges players to make the most out of every game on the court, to honor the opportunities they have been given, and to play not just for victory, but with gratitude and pride for the jersey they wear. All for now, Martin and Coach Hammer, back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Christine San Agustin, talking about the motivation of these boys. Coach, you need it. You know, you ask it every now and then, bakit ba ako naglalaro? Ano ba yung purpose ko dito? Diba? Kasi sa hirap ng training, questionin mo yung sarili mo. Bakit ko ginagawa ito sa sarili ko? And as long as they see the bigger picture, they're good. You know, they're on the right track.
And knowing how much of a leader Coach Rob is, personally knowing him like that, alam mo na, you have to find those intrinsic motivators for you to go on challenging seasons like this.
And, you know, he's planting the seeds as early as now.
Oo naman.
Dito sa karamihan niyang mga first-year players. Oftana pumunto sa kabila. First 2 points for EAC. Scramble for the ball. And it goes to the Generals. Bagay. Castillo leans in. Nice defense by Gabat. Forward pass. Delarama is against Ochavo on the break. No problem for Junel Delarama.
Marunong mag-menor. Hindi lang raratsyada. Si Delarama just getting his feet underneath him and getting balance. Oh, good matchup. Bagay and Delarama.
Backing up, no good on the hook.
Similar type of players, undersized 4 guys.
That's right. And this is Gabat now, scanning the floor for San Sebastian. 3 minutes having gone by here in the first frame. Lahat ng puntos ng San Sebastian galing dito kay Junel Delarama. Dadagdagan pa niya. 3-point shot goes in. for Janelle.
Playing inspired basketball. He's not only a rebounder, he can provide scoring in bunches.
No, may pangbawi sa kabila. Etong si Wilmar Oftana.
Specialty of the house.
Yeah. 5 points for Oftana.
Oh, good wiper screen.
Ito si Ricio, putting it on the floor. Inagawa ni Bagay. 2-on-1 break. 3-on-2 now, Bagay. That's a good foul by the rookie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, not to take anything away from our vets as we see this move by Delarama on that. Yan naman yung specialty of the house niya. Offensive rebounding. Again, he's the only guy that I saw in the NC for the past 11 years that I covered personally that got 12 offensive rebounds. Offensive rebounds. Brad, kinilig ako eh.
Grabe.
Kinilig ako na yun. Kasi ibig sabihin, effort plays yun.
That's right.
So, magandang matchup din doon. Well, going back to that tangent, Mart, na kaya medyo kampante din si Coach Rob na to let Paeng move on and explore here options for his future. Kasi he has a loaded recruiting class when it comes to guards. Quahaw, Limanag. Marami sila dyan. Marami silang nakapila. And it might be the best time for Paeng to really make a mark. Oh, kasi he had trouble adjusting with the system. So, his leadership will be missed. But definitely, these boys will come under fire. Ganun lang yan eh. Diyan ka lang ma-develop. Kasi ang hirap palitan nung ari. Parang Nate Robinson eh.
Yeah.
Diba ganun yung effect niya?
Time out.
Pag-usapan natin yan maya-maya. EAC able to tie things up here in the first. Time out muna tayo. I did mention EAC had 4 guys in double figures last time out against Arellano. Etong si Jacob Shanoda, first season with EAC, and one of their veteran guards, etong si Brian Angeles. Coach Angeles, nakita natin to, patpatin first year niya. Now, medyo may muscle na ng konti and he's, taking on some scoring chores. Yeah.
I was mentioning this to Coach Jericho Dinera when we were doing the game that Brian Angeles is a gamer. He is a tall guard. He can create. He can hustle on defense and a shot maker. Scores in transition in bunches. Sa kabila naman, Jacob Shanoda, we know what this guy brings. He was with San Sebastian a few years back. He would crash the boards. He would bang. He would be a willing big guy. Yun lang yung kailangan mo eh. If you have talented guards, lalo na yung laro ngayon, perimeter-oriented. If you can take care of rebounds, if you can play big and be a rim protector, kahit undersize ka, makakalaro at makakalaro ka.
Oo nga, no. Dalawa ang former stag sa lineup ng EAC. The other one being Jello Loristo. They faced their former team today. 7-all here in the first frame. EAC has the basketball. Shanoda, Ochavo, drop pass, Shanoda on the roll. He got fouled.
That is what they really need. They need a guy that sets screens, that has activity. Kasi loaded tong mga guardia ng EAC. Actually, the NCAA. Pag meron kang mga bigs who are mobile, who can catch in traffic, very important yan eh. Kaya kanina I was watching the video of Drex de los Reyes. He has soft hands eh. When you're looking at big guys, it's not the height eh, it's finishing. Pagka nakakasalo ka ng bola, nakaka-finish ka in traffic, yun, medyo malakas nga yung pectus. And you can balance yourself habang gumagalaw. Ang laking asset mo sa team. Lalo na kung 6'9", 6'10 ka, di ba? So, yeah, you see guys who are getting up there in age, developing their skill sets. Pero that's an important part. If you want to play as a big guy, you need to develop soft hands talaga.
Especially in this league, ano?
Yeah.
Dito kasi takbuhan, tapos magagaling din
Sumundot.
sumundot.
Exactly. Kailangan body of a blacksmith, hands of a surgeon.
Yeah.
Malambot yung kamay mo.
That's right. Oh, Delarama fading away. His first miss today, pero
There
nabiyayaan
you go.
sa ilalim. Etong San Sebastian.
I told you, tignan mo yung mga tindig ng big guys ng San Sebastian. Napasena. Si Castor medyo outside shooter eh. Tsaka si Ricio parehas kasi 4 sila. But the way that they're built, sturdy, tall, with long arms.
EJ. Drop pass. Ganda naman ng setup ng Castillo kay Shanoda.
Wakali.
Jacob has been making a mark here in the first frame.
Doon ka lang, mamimiesta ka dyan, loop guy ka lang, dyan ka lang sa may shaded area, abang-abang.
Makakatanggap ka.
Oh, tapos tatakbo ka lang sa transition.
Forward pass. Jude Bagay. Touchdown and the foul. Free throw coming up for Bagay. Gabat and Bagay just getting tangled up.
Yeah, two tough guys or tough competitors. Ako, I like how Jude Bagay competes. As we see this, ayun, loop ka lang sa ilalim, sundan mo lang yung linya na yan. Brad, magbabago buhay mo basta nasushoot mo yung mga ganyan, tapos big guy ka. On the other end naman, ito Jude Bagay is really a tough competitor. He's very physical. And he would let you know about it. But he just plays the game. After the game, okay na.
Okay na.
And he's in tremendous shape this year.
Yeah. Physical lang talaga itong si Jude
Laro.
Bagay. But he
Bisdak
needs to
eh.
be physical, coach,
Oo.
because he's an undersized big.
Kasi ang laro niya talaga, sentro sa Davao. Ngayon, nung pumunta siya ng Manila sa Arellano, kasi may tira sa labas na develop na wing, pero yung footwork nandoon pa rin. Kaya may mga instances talaga and may mga packages sila. Pag, yung packages, ibig sabihin po sa ating mga kapusong nanonood, may mga set play talaga sila na hinahanap nila yung mga Jude Bagay sa poste. Kasi marunong pumoste na guard. Kaya hindi po pwede ngayon na pag-guard ka, attacker ka lang, shooter ka lang, kailangan kompleto yung laro mo. And that's how you progress for your career.
And look at how EAC is pressuring San Sebastian. Talagang niraratel. Ito ang mga batang player ng San Sebastian. Ian Cuahaw will receive this inbound. Talagang kinukulit siya dito ni Kylo Chavo. He will be challenged. Kasi si Kyle is really a pesky defender.
Oh, yeah. He was recruited from the South as a pesky defender and a shot creator, si Kylo Chavo. So, you expect that. And if you're a guard, ito, I would quote Coach Putita De Vera on this one. If you're a guard and you're small, you need to be a pesky defender, you need to be a strong post defender, and you need to have an outside shot. And you have to have tremendous leadership. Meron yung Ochavo nun.
Meron.
So, kailangan lang ma-check niya yung mga boxes na yun every time that he plays. Hindi pwedeng pa isa-isa lang yung meron ka. Kailangan lahat nun meron ka.
Pag naglalaro siya, every time he gets on the floor. Yeah. Junel Delarama with the steal and the score. Look at the rookie go here. Out of nowhere. Blindsiding Ochavo. Naagawan. Dire-diretso. 9 points for Delarama here in the first 9 of the 11 so far of San Sebastian coming from this guy.
Being a little bit more assertive offensively dahil yung mga points niya usually comes from hustle points and 9 of those points, except for that three-pointer, came off hustle.
Yeah. Former Mythical 5 member in the juniors.
Nakasama rin niya sa Mythical 5
Tsaka
on the free throw line.
EJ Castillo, who is facing his former teammate Ian Cuahaw. Yan, from the EAC Brigadiers.
And it's a heavy load then for EJ for yung mabigat yung expectations because he was a lights out scorer, mid-range master in the juniors ranks, but now he's facing heftier guys, longer defenders, more athletic guys. The cream rises to the top eh. Ganun yan eh. Pagaling ng pagaling yung mga nakakatapat mo. And there's a learning curve for EJ. And he would get there. I know that he would get there.
He's had a few solid games, Coach Hammer, but not really still the breakout that we're waiting for from him.
He'll get there.
Yeah.
Kasi mahirap din na markado ka, paakit ka pa lang, tawag sa'yo, Kobe ng Cavite. Pwede talagang isa-scout ka ng mga coaches as we see this foul by Aldeo Lucero, which they have, the referees have been consistent on this. Yung inside hand anchor, tinatawagan talaga nila yan. Pag kinakalsuhan mo ng braso.
Ito, kinukulit pa niya na. Itong kanyang bantay, this is Castor. He surveys, handoff to their captain, Felebrico. Felebrico makes his move. And he draws the foul against a fellow veteran in Wilmar Oftana.
And it's nice to see TJ playing his natural small forward position for a change. Kasi last year nagsasentro pa yan eh. And he was ridiculously undersized as a center last season, but he was a mythical 5 member in the seniors, providing a lot of stats for their squad.
And I think June itong si Felebrico na laruin yung natural niyang posisyon kasi magta-transition na siya, no, Coach Hammer, to the next level of his career.
Alam mo, ang naaalala ko sa kanya, ito isa to sa mga favorite kong college players sa States, PJ Tucker. Kasi PJ Tucker was a
Meron din ba
defensive
siyang sneaker
player.
collection?
Hindi yung sa sneakers. Pero yung, he can take the shot from the outside. But when PJ Tucker was in college sa Texas, he was a rebounder, an offensive option, and he loves to pass. Noon kilala na lang natin siya sa NBA na 3-point specialist, defensive player, dahil nung nasa EuroLeague siya, kailangan na niya mag-transition. You need to have a role in the NBA for you to sustain. Pero nung college, ganun eh, undersized na 4, rumi-rebound, nagsisimula ng fast break. Tapos syempre, papasahan mo sa wing, mga TJ Ford. Tapos dumating, last year niya, si Kevin Durant na yung pinapasahan niya. So, ganun eh. Sila nila DJ Augustine yan eh. Naalala ko lang, kasi yun yung mga peg eh. If you're an undersized 4, kailangan manonood ka internationally, hindi NBA eh.
Oh, yeah.
Mga Shane Battier.
Yeah. Those were good Texas teams.
Oh yeah,
by the
very
way.
good Texas teams.
DJ Augustine, you mentioned TJ Ford, one of the top picks.
Alam ko nag-abot
in his
pa
class.
sila noon eh. O noong 03 kasi recruiting class niya yun eh. Or masyadong nauna na si Augustine na yung point guard. I need to rehash my memory. I watch too much basketball, my friend.
Well, yeah.
Pero yun eh, yun kasi yung mga gusto mong makita na multifaceted na forward that can rebound, shoot outside, score on the post.
That's TJ Felebrico.
Yeah,
for
yun
San
yung mga peg
Sebastian.
dapat na pinanonood niya.
Wala. Baseline drive for Lucero.
Itong si Lucero din, kailangan lang maglaro in control. To be a little bit more disciplined. Kasi marami siyang mga actions na hindi na kailangan. Pero mahusay maglaro tong batang to eh.
Talagang difference maker si Aldeo Lucero. Meantime, here's that move. Blowing by Lumanag that time and scoring at the hoop. 16-11 here in the first frame. There's that foul on the other side. Lucero trying to blow by Lumanag. And we have a timeout on the floor. Magbabalik po kami. Balik sa ating laban, Jonel De La Rama had 9 points and 15 rebounds previously against JRU. Coach, ito yung hustle na sinasabi mo dito sa batang to.
And kasi si De La Rama naman, he is now asked and tasked to score points. But he's 38 minutes.
Yeah,
But for the most part,
38
guy,
minutes.
For his next 5 years, ang magiging role nito, magiging defensive stopper ng mga import. Kasi ang lakas ng katawan and makakapagdagdag pa to ng opensa niya. And he rebounds really well. He just has that knack of getting those rebounds. Not only defensively, kasi ang pinakamahirap yung kumuha ka ng offensive rebounds as a guard. Crashing and just palitan ng muka. Kasi pag rebounding, masakit talaga sa katawan.
And he has produced some early numbers dito sa laban natin. 9 points, 4 rebounds, 4 out of 5 from the field.
Ayan, dyan ka lang dapat lagi tatabi. Yan ang dapat mo katabi kasi ako, lagi, when it comes to rebounding, as we see Aldeo Lucero, ito hari daw ng panalay, sabi ng kaibigan ko sa...
Si Lucero.
Si Lucero tsaka si Bagay. Ninyo, maayong adlaw sa'yo ha. Nagtanaw ngayon na ng ating dula. Marami nanonood sa atin sa Cebu tsaka sa Davao. Kasi
Salamat
mga Davao boys tong mga players nila eh. Mga Bisaya. Pero ito si Lucero naman, very impressed ako sa kanya. He just needs to control his antics. Kasi minsan nakakasama na sa team niya yung mga ginagawa niya. Pero ang galing magwardya, ang galing umatake. Pag na-control niya yan, another weapon eh. Especially, tinitignan ka rin ng coaches for the next level. Kailangan, kung pesky defender ka, kailangan yung kalaban na binabantay mo, hindi yung team mo na nasasaktan din, di ba?
That's right. Oh, kasi pag pumapasok si Lucero, nag-iiba yung complexion ng laro para sa EAC.
Tumataas yung energy. Ayun, tulad yan. Hard double. Tinamaan pa yung, pati yung cameraman natin, tinamaan. Grabe yung double sa ilalim eh. Makikita natin on the replay. You can shut down You can shut down the defense. But you have to control yourself. You can't be just a bull in a China shop.
Yeah. That's true. Doon pa nagkakaproblema itong si Aldeo Lucero. We were so high on him rather since last year. Binangga. Pati yung cameraman natin. Foul daw, sabi nung cameraman namin. Dito sa GMA. Boom!
So it's playing under control. Playing under control, that's very important.
Ian Quahaw at the free throw line.
Para mga 2 years na nating inaantay maglaro to ng in control. Kasi marami siyang positives na nabibigay eh.
Yeah.
Maraming positives. Pero kailangan relax ng konti, Brad. Kasi yung positive mo na gagawa ka ng isang tama tapos dalawang mali, hassle, di ba? Kaysa nakakalaro ka ng mas matagal. Hindi tumatanda si Coach Gerson.
Tama, dun siya nababawasan ng playing time. Ito siya, acting the rock right now. Quahaw nailing a free throw, so it's a 6-point advantage for EAC. Omandak, balik sa labas. Lucero, diba? There's no good on the layup, but he got there. Ryan Angeles stepped on the line.
Of that open drop, of the catch. Nakaapak yung paa ni Brian Angeles. Kitang-kita pa, pula kasi yung sapatos. Kita doon sa puting linya.
Halatang-halata siya. So a chance for San Sebastian to bring down the lead. Bunch of young guys on the floor with the exception of TJ Filibrico for them. Si Quahaw naman yung umapak, pero sabi niya, tinulak daw siya. No foul called though.
That wasn't a foul. Kasi umahabol lang si Lucero. Every time you're moving, you can put a hand there, pero pagkatata gagamit, kailangan bumibitaw ka. You can use him as a guide. As long as you don't put weight on that forearm.
So, the young guards of San Sebastian having problems against EAC's defense. Omandak forced it. But it goes outside. Exactly 2 minutes remaining in our first quarter. This is a lengthened first quarter we're having so far. Both teams independently shooting several free throws already. Lucero backing down. Lucero. That's the whistle.
Yep. So nakita mo yung ito kasi yung value na nabibigay niya. When you sit Ochavo, you need to have a guy in the second group who is also as aggressive, kasi ang galing nitong mag-dribble eh, who is under control and who can set his teammates up. Kasi second group nila, yun yung nagiging problema ni Coach Gerson. Pag nag-foul trouble si Lucero, kailangan niya mag-extra small lineup. Ipapasok na si Tolentino or si Villarente. Kasi si Kinal is a shooter but you need to set him up. The best attributes of Nico Kinal is he can be a dead-eye shooter, but you need to have a shot creator. Si Tolentino, outside shooter din. Si Villarente, outside shooter din. So yung mga pyesa na nakapalibot, Umandak shooter, Kinal shooter, Angeles secondary attacker, tapos Loristo loop guy. Si Lucero ang pinakabagay na kasama ng grupo na yun. Pag nagpo-fall trouble siya or nagiging out of control, hindi ma-maximize ngayon ni Coach Gerson yung kanyang team. And a little bit of discipline will go a long way for him.
Nawawala yung facet na yun.
Exactly.
Kapag inilalabas siya ng maaga.
Biglang ill-fitting parts yung nandun sa team.
Here's the drive. Lumanag.
At basket, goaltend.
So it's a hoop for San Sebastian. They are within a minute and a half remaining. Ito sa ating first quarter. Coach Rob Labagala animated on the sidelines, sending instruction to Nin Castor. Ito, si Aldeo Lucero. Lucero handles Oman back for 3. Left it short. Kinal gets it. Ilalabas kay Lucero, who pulls the trigger as well. Hits back iron. Another offensive rebound for EAC. Fresh 14 is down to 9. They swing it to Kinal. 3 misses from the outside. Loristo, sabi niya, mas malapit, wala pa rin.
Point blank miss for Jello Loristo, but we like the ball movement of EAC on that sequence.
On top is Gabat. Felebrico.
Pistol action on top.
Felebrico turns around, fades, opted for the tougher shot.
Oh, good
Wala.
rebound.
Lumana, yes!
Itong Lumanag, very impressive din as a 2-guard, combo guard. Plays well inside the system. And itong team na to scrappy, ah. They like to scrap for extra possession. There you go.
The getaway by Aldeo Lucero.
He has that ability. He has that ability. 7 points off the bench.
Final possession, potentially, of the first quarter. Ito si Nepasena. Gabat surveys the floor. He needs to create, and he does. Step through. Masyado nang malakas yung floater. Isa pa. Nepasena beats the buzzer. Definitely counts for Nepasena, who got this one off just in time. Ito yung galaw ni Polo Gabat, bothered by Angeles, left it a little bit strong. Ito, cleanup by Gabriel Nepasena for San Sebastian. They're checking if it counts, but it looks good. Right now, the score is 21-17. Now they're confirming the counted basket. So the score is 21-19 in favor of EAC. Start of the second frame. It is EAC with a slight advantage here, 21-19. You guys have Martin Aguirre, Coach Hammer, Martin Antonio. Christine San Agustin is in charge of our sideline reports, but EAC with a 2-point advantage here. But it was a game of runs in that first quarter. EAC initially had a 7-point lead, pero nakahabol sa huli itong San Sebastian Stags with a run to trim the lead down to 2. Ito, umabante na ang San Sebastian. It's a 3-pointer for Nepasena, who actually got the final basket of the first.
I was surprised that he shoots that, pero kasi with Castor, sabi ko nga kanina, tsaka si Ricio outside shooting big eh. Meron din pala yung Nepasena.
Nepasena with 7 points off the bench. And
Gigil si Loristo.
yeah, traveling ang tinawag kay Loristo. How about this? Castor dishing it out. Late closeout. And Nepasena took advantage.
Sam Perkins yung yung slow, high-arcing shot. Big smooth.
So, San Sebastian recovering their lead. They were ahead in the first quarter, 7-2. They had a faster start. EAC took over and grabbed the 7-point lead. Ito sila ngayon, bumabawi sa ating second frame. Let's go to our courtside reporter. Christine San Agustin has a story for us. Go ahead, Christine.
Thanks, Martin. It is time to prove your worth. That is what Coach Gerson Cabildes told the team, as he also reminded the Generals that they faced this game headstrong, and that should translate all throughout. He also reminded them to not take their opponents lightly, as he emphasized that the other side is just as eager to win, if not more. Coach Cabildes also stressed the importance of communication inside the court, noting that it was the main thing that helped them secure their previous win, and he is certain that it could also help them extend their winning streak. Yan muna from the courtside, Martin and Coach Hammer.
Maraming salamat, Christine. And Coach Gerson, speaking of, is forced to shuffle his players. Postanes, Devara, Jet Bacud, pumasok na dito. And he mentioned to not take this San Sebastian team lightly. And this is why, Coach.
Every team is a tough out in the NCAA. You can't expect teams to just roll over and give you a win. Yan ang parity. Saka yan, develop yung mga players niya. Kahit mga bata, bibigyan sila ng minuto ng coaches nila.
That's
Saka
right.
masasabi mo nga, ang blue chip lang dito si EJ Castillo. Pero all of these guys are really trying to find their way and claw.
Minsan nga, mas doble pa ang motivation
Naman.
para patunayan yung sarili nila. Nepasena, one of the guys na pinapatunayan yung kanyang sarili dito. De La Rama rattles it home.
Iyo pa pala yung isang blue chip. Nakalimutan ko.
Meron pa daw.
Oh,
Yan.
Janelle De La Rama with 12 points now. Second three-pointer of the game for Janelle.
And he has 5 out of 6 from the field, which is the more impressive stat. Kinal, babawi. Masyadong malakas. Rebound collected. Backward, bumali pa. Wala. Inside pass. And Oftana scores it off the glass.
Good presence of mind by Jetro Bacod. And he's getting increased burn the past few games because he's just right there. He's just a guy who would do his job. Not the most athletic. Might be one of the taller bigs for EAC. But he provides them with some grip underneath the basket. Pero ito, three-point shot by De La Rama. Ayun yung mga mindis yung una. Rebound. Drop pass. Floater.
Are you impressed with how De La Rama is displaying his arsenal today? Nepasena with the mid-range J. Pati siya
Actually,
sumasali.
I'm more impressed with Nepasena kasi si De La Rama nakita na natin ito sa juniors eh. Buhat kung buhat. Pero yung Nepasena, I am impressed with the way that he's playing. Especially the way that he's moving, defending pick and rolls. Mahirap na ano yan, mahirap na trabaho tulad yan. Outside shooter. Again, right-hand shooter, left-hand challenge. Right-hand challenge, pwede kang sumabit sa katawan. You can get clipped.
Oh, but
Makikita natin yung pin down na yan. Yung pin down kay... malayo kasi yung closeout as we see this pass to the interior pass. Good zone offense. On that box and elbow pa yung kay Nepasena. Pero yung three-point shot, ayun o, ang layo ng closeout niya. Kanan shooter, kaliwang kamay dapat ang challenge. Kasi pwede kang sumabit. Usually, pag mga Cuenco, mga Miller, pag tumatalon, medyo sumisipa yung paa, sasabit ka sa katawan.
Jude Bagay on the other side. EAC retaliates here. 28-29. 7 puntos na para kay Bagay. We have a high-scoring game, Coach.
It's a very high-scoring game.
Takbuhan tayo. Devara.
Kasi you're just looking at, for a college game, if you're a defensive coach, as we see this transition by Jude Bagay, if you're a defensive coach, you want to limit your opponents to just 15 a quarter. And that's a high number na nga. Pero right now, we're just, 15 minutes into this, not even, we're just 13 minutes. 13 minutes in our game. Almost 30 points in dalawang teams.
And in the second quarter alone, 3 minuto pa lang yung lumilipas. 17 points na ang itinatala ng magkabilang panig. Ball is tapped around. It is recovered by Gabat. Sumabit itong si Devara.
And this is what you want to see. Nagka-drop to a zone ng EAC. Once they put pressure on the backcourt, they would go down on a zone. We've seen this with JRU yesterday. They would focus on that 2-3 zone. A lot of teams that have not that much of height will drop into a zone. How do you make them pay? You need to take outside shots. You need to shoot from the elbow, and you need to crash boards.
Ganda ng ball movement ng San Sebastian. Risho is doubled. Oh, taken away by Oftana. Here comes Devara. The EAC looks to take back the lead. They go to Jude Bagay, who is bullying Quahao.
As he should. You see a smaller guy right there. You have to seal him hard and ask for the ball. Kasi nga 4 to si Bagay. Ito 4-5 talaga to si Bagay nung college. Ay, nung high school rather. So sanay talaga siyang pumose ng ganyan. Mouse in the house yan. Mouse in the house. And alam natin that he scores from the post. So yeah, kailangan i-scheme talaga. Ayan o. And somebody who knows a thing or two about defending post-ups, Coach Rob Labagala. Kasi if you're a smaller guy, you need to be really strong. I've seen this with Anjo Karam.
Yeah.
I've seen this with Eman Monfort, Coach Eman Monfort. And key yan eh, kasi alam nila, hahanapin ka nila dyan. So dapat para kang fire hydrant, di ka na uusog dyan.
Kilala mo kung sino mahilig pumoste. as Oftana uncorks a 3.
Another offensive rebound by Jet Trabacos.
Isa pang EAC legend, Coach Jerry Esplana.
Oo.
Ayan. Nakikita ko yung mga basketball lessons sa Facebook as Jude Bagay scores it off the glass.
Parang Gary Payton yun. Kabaka i-inbound pa lang, bababaan ka na, pupostehan ka na mula backcourt.
30-29, EAC recovers. Pero may foul tayo na itinawag.
Foul talaga kasi sinalubong niya pataas, pababa yung tao. Ayan, makikita natin dito on this extra pass on the dive. Ayan, yung Bagay, big man kasi talaga eh.
Awkward pa nga yung pagkaka-itcha doon ni Jude Bagay, but he was able to put it in. EAC is back in front. Dr. Lorenzo, Mancom representative of EAC.
Yeah.
This is his son, right beside him, enjoying Sunday basketball action.
Always busy. Giving classes yesterday sa Masters. Oh.
Wow. Sana maka-enroll po. Father Virgilio Paredes Jr. OAR from San Sebastian this time.
Isa pang busy to dahil they've been developing a lot of things in their curriculum. As I understand, Jade.
Jade Hentapa, former Lady Blazer and finals MVP.
And #1 fan of Jello.
Loristo.
Of course.
Kaya nga minsan nalilito ako pag EAC versus Benilde. Kung sino sinusuportahan niya.
Jello. Pati si Jello nagtatago eh. Paano kung magtatago 6'6" ka? Tapos nung ka uupo.
Minsan.
Diba? Naalala mo last year, nagko-cover na, pagtingin ko nandoon, nakaganyan pa ganun pa yung kaway eh.
Oo, ano? Kala mo, mahirap siya makita.
Oo, kala mo 5'1" eh.
Oh, meron tayong mga fans dito nagko-comment sa ating YouTube stream. Si Prince David, a supporter of EAC. Thank you so much for tuning in. Si Torres Clee, isa pang San Sebastian fan.
Alam mo sinong comment ng comment?
Sino?
Kaibigan natin, former guard of the EAC Generals, si Jay Santos. Jay, dun ka kasi
Jay
mag-comment.
Santos.
Huwag kang mag-comment dun
YouTube.
sa direct message ko. Isa sa mga paborito kong barista, former guard of EAC when they first participated in the NCAA.
Was it 2009? Ano?
I am trying to recall.
No.
Trying to
Okay.
reshuffle.
Yeah.
But definitely after my time.
Okay. Too strong for Wilmar Oftana. Polo Gabat brings it across.
So dropping into a zone again.
Nepasena has been hot here in the first half. Misses that time. Forward pass. Open is Bagay. Bagay scores. Jude Bagay now with 11 points.
Nabibigay din to ng zone defense. Nakikita natin Jude Bagay will be playing on that wing. In transition, he would leak out. Kasi si Postanes ang nag-other anchor sa ilalim. So si Bagay is, pag tinitingnan mo 2-3 ang nilalaro niya ngayon dito, pero 4 talaga siya. So he leaks out. He gets a lot of transition baskets.
Mintis mula kay Junel Dalarama. And EAC looking to extend their lead. 32-29 right now. Looking to take advantage of this San Sebastian dry spell. 8 to shoot. 7 to shoot. Ochavo has the ball. There's a foul. And that's between Gabat and Oftana. Si Gabat ang tatawagan.
I like this lineup of Coach Gerson Cabiltes. 4 guys who are the same size. 4 guys who can play inside out. Kasi Oftana will be their center loop guy nila. Yung takbo lang na takbo si Shanoda. Si Postanes is their muscle underneath for boxing out, getting extra possessions. Ganda nung fit talaga ng Oftana tsaka Bagay. Mas same size, pwede sila mag-scramble on zone defense. Kasi nakasama na naman sila pagbaba.
Very flexible lineup on the court. Para kay Coach Gerson, ito yung nagtatawag kanina si Oftana. Wala. Ochavo took it himself.
Good ball protection by Kyle Ochavo. may Cobra Kai pa nagalaw.
Cobra Kai.
Diba? Nanonood kasi ng Karate Kid yung daughter ko kahapon. Short chop, makikita nyo to pagka pinakita ulit yung pull-up jumper ni Kyle Chavo. It's just a light swing, not full extension. So he protects himself. Ito on the drive, you know, ever so slight nudge on the forearm to protect that ball.
And he needs to do that, you know,
Strike
against...
fast, strike hard
Yeah, against taller defenders. There's the dish out of Tana ilalapit.
Pero minsan tinatawagan kasi.
Masyado malakas para kay Shanoda. Oh, we have a man down. Christian Risho holding on to his left ankle.
Mukhang
Nakapilok.
nakaapak si Christian Risho. Hopefully it's just a tweak on his ankle and he can walk this one off.
Ayan,
Yan, tighten up the shoelace. Definitely. Compress it. And then get some ice on it right away. As long as it's just an ankle, good. First aid right there by his teammate, Janelle Dalarama. Ito, makikita natin on that misstep. It's on the left ankle.
Ayan,
on that angle.
Ito kay Risho.
Ayun.
Okay.
On plant. It's just an
So,
inversion.
yeah, he didn't step on anybody's foot. Yung
Traction lang ng sapatos and counter movement on his plant. Hindi... Nakatape naman yan and he's in tip-top shape.
Yeah.
So, ang kagandahan kasi when you're getting ankle sprains and you're in the middle of the season, mas mabilis gumaling kasi you're in tip-top shape, number 1. Number 2, madaling mag-adapt. Tsaka magaling yung PT nila, si PT Loisy.
Okay.
Yan. Galing yan, Brad. Oo, PT namin sa San Beda, nung rookie ako. Ayan, si PT Loy. Hindi, yung nakatayo. Yung nakatayo.
Okay.
Yung head nila na physical trainer. Tsaka at coaches right now, strength coaches are training ankle mobility, barefoot training pagdating sa strength. So, madaling makabalik ang mga bata. Ganda rin ang development when it comes to sports medicine ngayon.
So, saan na makabalik mamaya itong si Christian Risho? Is one of the
basta
key bigs.
nakakagalaw retape. Bukas pa mamamagayan.
Bukas.
Next game pa baka mag-meet si Risho. Pero ngayon, kaya pa ilaro yan. As long as it's not that bad. Konting mobility lang yan. He's off to the races again.
Catch and shoot. Mintes mula kay Filibrico. EAC. Looking to
Good backdoor.
create a bigger hole. Oh, boss. Danis.
Actually, he's an undersized big guys, but they're strong. Kasi it's not even the bare minimum. If you're playing in the NCAA, you have to be strong underneath the basket. Because contact will come. I mean, if you're playing in college, tingnan natin isa pa to, ganda automatic read to pagdating sa EAC. If you're on the weak side, they would go backdoor on the baseline of that initial ball screen action. Marami nilang nakukuha dyan eh. Pero pag nahawakan mo na yan underneath the basket, marami talagang tatalon. Swerte ka kung wala kang kalmot, wala kang pasa after game. Yan po yung reality ng basketball. So you have to be strong underneath the basket.
Especially if you're undersized.
Oh yeah,
Diba?
exactly. Kamu tumalbog nga yung bantay sa kanya. Kaya pagka undersized ka na 4, kung hindi ka naman kasing talented nila Calvin Abueva, kailangan bato-bato ka talaga dyan.
Tama. $36-29. We have a timeout. 31 rather. We have a timeout on the floor. Magbabalik po kami. First time ko ata mag-smile cam this season as we see the students from San Sebastian joining us on a Sunday. Thank you, thank you.
Uy,
yeah.
daming nakangiti.
Kailangan nakasmile.
Yan.
Sana all.
Mart, alam mo sino
Diba?
mga lahat nakasmile ngayon?
Sino?
Because it's a free day and they're watching the NCAA. Ang mga kaibigan natin from the AFP.
Oy.
Our Force of the
Thank
Philippines.
you.
Maraming salamat po mga tropa natin dyan in the Army, of course in the Navy, the Marines, Air Force, Kuya Narayan Xavier, watching Cap Mike Ignario, mga nagsaserve sa atin under the Philippine AFP. Maraming salamat po. And of course, my wife, Carmina, and my daughter, Marla, and DeMarcus, my son, watching,
Oy.
enjoying the action.
Thank you so much. Pero ito naman mga taga-EAC. Ayan o, kanina San Sebastian eh. Ngayon,
Iba talaga yung smile, no?
iba.
Kasi nandito ka na rin.
Tama.
Dito ka ulit. Iba yung ngiti eh. Iba yung vibe.
Tsaka garantisado marami na nanonood. Dahil linggo,
Maulan. Tsaka maulan.
maulan at nasa loob ng bahay. 36-31 is the tally. We have under 3 minutes left in the first half. EAC was able to extend their lead courtesy of a mini run that they're on right now. Here's the dish out. Ochavo aatake. You took that one strong, Coach Hammer.
As he should.
Yeah. That was Kyle Ochavo attacking the gap that time around. This is Felix Villarente, another former Arellano chief.
So, nakikita natin na, Mart, as I was saying kanina about pieces that fit. Si Villarente is a secondary attacker shooter, bagay shooter, Oftana shooter, Shanoda extra possession guy. So, nakikita na natin yung mga build-up ng teams, attributes eh. Kung titignan mo yung mga players' attributes. So, every piece has their role eh. So, very important that you play within that role and it amplifies eh. It amplifies your team's performance. Kaya lang, si Jude Bagay trying to do a little bit too much.
Oh, si Jan Alrin Lianto. Ayan, may EAC fan tayo syempre sa YouTube. Let's go, EAC. Si Jovit de la Cruz. Diba?
Oy, kakampi ko ba yan?
Jovit de la Cruz, former San Sebastian Stag.
Siya ba yun? Joby, di ko ba yun? Message mo nga ako kung ikaw yun.
Uy, salamat Ron Henley. The best talaga tandem niyo, boss.
Mabuhay ka.
Brother, salamat Ron. Thank you, thank you. Comment pa kayo. We'll be glad to
Basahin
read out
namin
the
yan.
comments. Tama. 36-31. Perfect game for you guys to tune in kasi dikitan tayo dito sa first half. Here's the post by Shanoda. Shanoda. Wala. And it is Velasco corralling the board.
Laki rin ni Velasco. No? Laki ng gining niya ng weight. Laki ng kaha ngayon. Dati, pag tumatalbog siya, pag kumukuha ng rebound doon, ngayon tumatalbog na yung mga bantay sa kanya.
Baliktad na. Felebrico steps into it. TJ in and out. Di pa nakukuha ni TJ Felebrico yung kanyang shooting touch dito. You know, came off the bench today, talking about the team captain of San Sebastian. And, well, he's been 0 out of 4 so far.
But he's playing a different role. Kasi last year, he was playing every role para sa kupunan ng San Sebastian. But now, they're a little bit more, paano ba natin sasabihin? Hindi sila rat-ratan maglaro this year. So the stats would be lower. Pero they're a little bit more refined with the way that they execute. Totally different from Coach Arvin that their main advantage was their speed and conditioning. You would tap out. Magta-tap out ka sa San Sebastian. So titirik ka. Pagka sinabayan mo yung pace nila.
And
so,
Coach, nakita natin yan last season. Napakaraming moments para sa San Sebastian.
push lang talaga. Sa dulo lang nagkakatalo.
Last 3 minutes, 2 minutes, humahabol sila. Pinapagod nila yung mga kalaban nila.
Kasi yung Regs Gabat, Polo Gabat, TJ Pellegrino, Paeng Ari. And whoever is having a good game. Si number 52, Nico. Aguilar. So yung lineup na yun, wala, nakakapagod eh. Nagko-cover nga lang tayo, napapagod tayo sa kanila eh.
Correct.
But this team is a little bit more younger, trying to instill a little bit more of a scheme para dito kay Coach Rob. Growing pains, of course, laging may ganyan eh. Laging ganyan yan. There will be growing pains and you need to have a stable leader for them to transition well into a system like that.
And EAC just down by, or just up by 4 here in the second frame.
Shrink na yung depensa dito ng San Sebastian.
No good from Oftana. EJ with the offensive board. Fading away and scores.
Told you. Mid-range guy, EJ Castillo. Tough shot. Fading away and just making it.
Believe it or not, that's his first shot of the game. Castor steps into it. Castor knocks it down.
Told you, this guy, before pa lang, I saw him make 4 3-pointers in their first game. He's a willing shooter and he's a banger. Yan yung mga batang lumaki kila Dirk, yun yung mga yan, 20-year-olds. Di na nga, next generation to, Kevin Durant na eh. Di ba, mga KD na yan.
Jokic.
Walker Kessler na yung pinanonood ngayon.
Walker Kessler.
Tumitira sa labas, rim protector, tumatransition.
Yeah. Chet.
Deep dive yun, bro.
Holmgren,
Deep dive, ha?
Walker Kessler,
Di Jokic talented talaga eh. Galing pumasa eh.
This shot, Filibrico. Is this the shot? No. De La Rama skying for the board. De La Rama.
Foul talaga sa kamay.
Fouled by Jacob Shanoda. So 2 shots coming up for Junel De La Rama.
Naman may mga pinanonood ko yung mga role player. Medyo nagiging dinosaur na yung paborito ko si Steven Adams eh. Pero di naluluma yung offensive rebounding.
Si Steven Adams, wala tira sa labas.
Di naluluma yung offensive rebounding. Lagi kang may value. Tingnan mo tulad nitong ginawa ni De La Rama. Pero right here, yung trail, I've seen multiple European coaches break this down that the 2 most open 3-pointers that you would get will be a drive-in kick on the corner with a strong side help or the Yusuf Al-Jamal special na may seal sa gitna, trail guy ka on the reversal, step in 3-pointer. Maraming salamat, Jamal, dahil sa dami ng sinut mo na gano'n, nandito.
NCAA legend.
Bro, sabi ko sa'yo, paglalabang ko yun. Paglalabang ko yun na hindi pa uso dati yan, ginagawa na ni Jamal yan.
Yusuf Al-Jamal.
Kasi hindi siya pababa sa depensa eh.
Okay.
Diba? Kasi sabihin niyo, kailangan meron rin ng konting job.
May bawi
Oo, syempre. Balance lang tayo. Balance. Kasi ngayon yun yung ginagawa eh. Binibigay kasi talaga ng depensa. Dahil pag umi-scramble, lahat nasa loob eh. So yung trail guy, kailangan shooter.
Inside, Nico Kinal misses. And that's the end of the first half. Again, just like in the first quarter, a late run by San Sebastian posts the lead down to 1, 38-37 at the half. Pero syempre, abante pa rin po ang EAC Generals. We have numbers and the story of the first half coming right up and performances from our cheerleading squads. Kaya huwag kayong halis. Magbabalik po ang NCAA Season 101.
Rookie akong coach, pinili kita maging lead guard ko. Sabay tayong kakarga dito.
You'll be polished early.
Oh yeah.
At mahahasa ka ng maaga dito sa NCAA. Ian Guao
Trial by fire agad.
has only taken 1 shot so far. And he is not in the starting lineup for San Sebastian here in the third quarter. They're opting for a bigger court lineup in Filibrico and Gabat.
Veterano yung backcourt nila dito ngayon.
So EAC will start the second half with this possession. Kinal has been silent and he breaks it with his first shot of the third.
I told you, this guy is a corner and 3-point specialist. Lagay mo siya dyan sa right corner, deadly. Lagay mo siya dyan sa right wing, deadly.
That's the team captain of
Good
EAC. Backdoor sa ilalim. Castor now with 8 points, coach.
Interior passing. Good pass by Leo Velasco on that underneath loop.
Oftana uncorks, no go. Rebounded by Filibrico. Kinukulit ni Angeles. And TJ, being the veteran that he is, alam gagawin, natapigan.
Double black eye. Siya na yung natapikan. Doon sa sundot niya, siya pa yung na-foul.
So balik ang bola sa EAC. You mentioned earlier, Coach Hammer, it is important for EAC to establish a safer cushion against this young and unpredictable San Sebastian team.
They're not going to stop.
Ito si Kinal. Oftana inside to Loristo. He's got De La Rama on him. Good matchup at the post. Loristo will post up the rookie. He sends it out all day for Wilmar. It drops in.
Confidence of Oftana is sky high this season. Parang siya na yung default outside sniper talaga nila. And he likes that role. Ever since high school, yan yung ginagawa niya. He really has that shot from the outside. And now I think he's on his last playing year. Sabay sila ni Yuki eh. Or sabay sila ni Justin dahil nag-residence din siya ng 1 taon.
Third triple of the game for Oftana. Filibrico, two-man game. That's Velasco scoring on the roll.
Good catch there by Leo Velasco and ever so slightly kissing it off the glass.
Now we pass it courtside, coming from the dugout. Teka, tingnan muna natin kung masushoot ni Kinal. In and out for Nico. Now we pass it to Christine San Agustin. Christine, go ahead.
All we have is all we know. Yan ang paalala ni Coach Rob Rabagala sa Stags as he reiterated his message before coming into the game, and that is to stay grounded in their foundation. Coach Rob also pointed out two key areas for improvement. Una na dyan is for the team to have a better read of their flow at kung may nagkakamali man, keep going and learn to adjust accordingly. Second, he urged the players to play smarter in the second half. Coach Rob pointed out that the effort is always there and it always will be, but emphasized that it's only a matter of time before they can close the game in their favor as long as they make the right decisions on the court. Update naman kay Resho na natapilo kanina, tinanong ko siya kung i-rate ang kanyang pain and sabi niya 6 out of 10 pa rin ang sakit ng kanyang left ankle. Kaya naman titingnan pa rin natin kung makakabalik pa rin siya sa game. All for now, back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Christine. You saw Christian Risho on the sidelines. He's on the bench of San Sebastian, still hoping to come back. Pero maganda yung instructions at mensahe neto ni Coach Rob sa kanyang team. You know, they continue to do the right things and execute the way they planned it in training. Oh yeah, good things will happen. Will continue to happen for them.
Just follow the game plan. Yan ang hardest. As a coach, I'm speaking now not as an analyst, pero as a coach of college athletes. Kasi especially if you're handling a little bit more of a veteran team, may mga sarili na silang habits. Yung buying into the game plan that, look, we did the thinking for you, execute it, and then we'll take care of it. Execution. So that's, yung mga detalye, yun yung nag-iiba eh. Yung mga championship winning teams sa mga teams that are just inconsistent. Details and execution. Kaya mo bang sundin yung detalye? Meron ka bang bandwidth to execute the game plan?
And Coach Rob is, you know, handed with this young lineup.
So mas madali yan dapat. Kasi susunod ka na lang
yung buy-in, tama.
Buy-in ka na lang kasi yan ang kagandahan din pag bata yung team mo and you're growing with your squad as we see this block by Wilmar Oftana in transition. Pero yung tapikan,
Nako.
buti na lang, hindi ako referee.
Kasi kung pagbabasihan natin yung direksyon ng bola, it's on De La Rama. Pero kung last touch, mukhang kay Wilmar.
Pero going back dun kay Coach Rob, you want as a, parang kaya yung mga coaches, pag sinabing rebuild, tear down talaga. You have to get a new roster in check para one-track mind. Kung ano yung sinabi ng coach, susundin lang. And what have you done for me lately? Laging ganyan eh, lalo na sa Pilipinas. Maraming magaling mag-coach, lalo na sa social media. Maraming sasabihin, maraming ganito, pero hindi sila nandoon sa trenches. It's so hard to build a program because usually if you're building a program, you're looking at a 3-year window. You get your players, get them eligible, integrate your system, and then by the 3rd year, it should be coming into fruition.
That's the usually,
yung
the first
talaga.
cycle.
Exactly. Yun yung cycle eh. Kasi yung mga recruits mo usually on the 2nd year pa nagiging eligible.
That's true. Ito, pero so far there's so much promise on this San Sebastian play so far. Pero ang EAC gusto kong managwa dito. But the pass was anticipated by Castor. Filibrico. Tama? Stops the play.
Dati titiran niya yun.
That's true. Ito, looking to execute sila every time. De La Rama. Pasahan sa kabila. On top, 6 to shoot. Filibrico. De La Rama pulling the trigger and he knocks it down.
3rd triple by Janiel De La Rama. Good ball movement. Just milking the clock and swinging it and giving them the lead. Woo! Like say, babalik eh.
17 puntos na para kay De La Rama. Atake si Ochavo. Kinal off the catch. No. Oh, stolen by Ochavo. Pero wala yung tira niya. Clean up from Wilmar. Seesaw battle in the 3rd frame. Wilmar now countering with his own 15 points.
That's a way to get that zone defense tired.
Ooh, Velasco is
Travel, blanketed.
covered, yeah. 46-45. It remains close. May timeout tinawag ni Coach Gerson Cabiltes. Balik sa ating laban, Tropa Cam. Ba, naka-uniform yung magtutropang to. Okay.
Naka New York Jets na hoodie. Napanalo. Napansin mo pa yun?
Yun ang napansin mo, ha? Okay. Ito mga tropa natin.
Juniors players to.
Diba? Mga naglaro kanina in our juniors division of the NCAA because you know, if you go here and watch the games, first
Full
game
game
natin,
day.
Full game day, exactly. First game juniors, dalawang sunod in the seniors, and then last game juniors. Ayan. Hello sa mga tropa natin dito na umattend on a Sunday.
Yep.
Right. So thank you for joining us and watching live inside Phil Oil.
So alam natin na hindi yan free cut. Talagang invested sila.
Correct, correct. Ano yan? Oh, si Arman or Arnan Juntis. Shoutout po watching from Barangay Moonwalk, Paranaque City. Coach Hammer and Coach Martin always watching Batang NCAA since Pinatubo. Trio days of San Sebastian.
Ayoko na maalala yung Pinatubo trio. Grabe yun.
Legendary yan.
Oh,
Ian
Pascual,
Sanggalan.
Abueva, tsaka Sanggala.
Oh, Joy Sancho is a fan of Ian Cuajao. Sana makabusto para kay Ian, who is now on the floor. He is back in the game. Si Romel Sena, another San Sebastian fan, mukhang dominated ng Baste fans. Sana magparamdam mamaya yung mga EAC fans.
Andyan lang yan.
This is another point, another basket for the EAC Generals.
Laking bagay dun sa laro ni Kinal yung na-shoot niya yung isa outside shot kanina. Ngayon yung close out sa kanya, long close out na eh. So nakaka-atake siya ng mas madali.
And Brian Angeles adds on to the damage.
Coming off a stop. Oh, another steal here? Nope.
Risha holds it. Cuajao to the corner they go. De La Rama stepping through. Difficult shot. No, he gets his own miss. Pero dalawa na yung bumantay sa kanya doon. Angeles tumatakbo. Angeles taking it all the way.
Excel gamer. Open court transition basket off a stop. Forcing numbers and getting a transition layup.
It is an 8-0 run unleashed by EAC. To the coverage, and EAC is rolling in the third quarter. Eto, nagsimula tayo 45-44, umabante na ang San Sebastian kanina. EAC coming back alive with an 8-zip burst. And it was ended by 2 baskets by Brian Angeles.
So, panay-layup Angeles in transition, dalawa. Prior to that, Nico Kinal attacking the closeout. So,
the Generals are alive in the third quarter. Ito yung sinasabi natin na separation na kailangan nila against a young team like San Sebastian. And now they're ahead, 52-45 on the other side. This is now a test for Baste if they can come back, because in the previous 2 quarters, ganito rin. You know, they faced deficits throughout the game. Nakakabalik sila so far.
key part will be getting Ian Kuahao going. Kasi this guy is, well, you've been saying throughout the coverage that he is very, it's a very good point of attack. Na shooter, scorer. Pero nadidepensahan din kasi dahil papalit-palit yung bumabantay sa kanya. Halinhinan talaga. Tapos sumusona pa rito. Kailangan maging mas assertive siya kasi the shots should be taken. Kasi ayun, gumagana si Delarama, gumagana si Castor. Yung Kuahao lang talaga yung missing link dito. Shoot that. There you go.
He heard you, coach.
There
and
you
he gets the bounce.
There you go.
First basket of the game for Ian Kuahao.
Kuahao yung apelido mo, dapat di ka mahiyain.
The younger brother of Deo Kuahao, Fledran.
Iverson screen.
4 points now for him. Lead is down to 4. Brian Angeles stolen. What a snatch by Risho, and they have the numbers. Risho, no. Follow-up, yes, for Lumanag.
I told you, they're not stopping. This is a young squad that they would force turnovers. And the moment that Kuahao makes a shot, mag-iiba yung complexion. Right on cue, they get a 5-0 run off a timeout.
Brian Angeles off that last in.
Tough shot.
Yeah. Nagising na rin itong si Angeles, who now has 6 points all in the third.
Malaking guard din kasi he's around 6'2". Tapos pag si Kuahao yung may bantay sa kanya.
Lumanag surveys and sets things up. Lumanag takes the 3.
No short.
Tapos
ako, hanapin ko yung Kuahao ulit. Tumama na ng isa. Kaya meron akong ganun court awareness na
Lumanag. Naiwasan itong depensa ni Ochavo.
Good footwork.
Yeah.
Ganda ng pivot niya doon. Pero ito pagka tumama na yung isa sa mga potent guys mo, you have to give him an opportunity to make a shot again. And pinapasabit nila si Kuahao kasi tatlo na rin yung foul ni Ian Kuahao. But you gotta get him going.
Delarama will pull back. Delarama decides to shoot.
Might not be the best of shots. Might be one of the iffy shots na tinira dito ni Delarama.
Lucero was able to get away off the spin. 9 points now for Aldeo Lucero, who has been the energy guy for EAC.
Yeah, playing a little bit more in control. Finally.
Lumanag waits. 2.5 to go in the third. Risho scans his options. Lahat
ng ball reversal nila palayo dun sa best shooter nila
Oo nga, hindi nila hinahanap si
Kuahao.
Kuahao.
Hanapin mo yun, libre papatirahin mo.
Catch and shoot. Kuahao left it short. Inside.
Good
Risho Castor.
So that's the difference of Velasco kay Castor. Kasi si Castor is hindi rin siya hindi siya balingkinitan. Broad-shouldered din, pero he has good distribution of weight. Ito muna yung pihit ni Lucero. Pero yung pagka nakakuha siya ng pasa sa ilalim, kaya niyang iangat agad. Si Velasco, nag-gain ng weight, gain good amount of weight. Tingnan mo, quick ups yung tawag dito ng mga big man coaches. Na pagka nakuha mo, quick up, finish. Si Velasco, kailangan niya i-gather kasi nagbago Malaki yung timbang niya. Last season nakita natin si Leo Velasco rather. Nakaka-finish siya ilalim So, as he adds weight, more plyometrics, getting a little bit more bouncier. Kasi stronger ka na So you have to generate more force going up.
Pero, ito siya.
Ayan, nakakapasok. Tingnan niyo yung kaha niya ngayon tsaka yung balikat. Pagka naka-flex yung braso niya, kita mo agad yung cuts
Nasa adjustment phase pa siguro si Velasco.
Tsaka malaking difference yan. Yung adding 5 to 10 pounds of weight. And it's a transition game.
Yeah, and you have to adjust to the game speed.
Pati si Risho Si Risho mga siguro 5 pounds na dinagdag. Pero hindi nagbago yung finishing niya. Ito malaki na dati to. Dati nang malaki to si Shanoda.
Jacob Shanoda showing patience underneath. Another end one opportunity for EAC. Inside pass here, high and low. And Jacob, pinakagat muna yung depensa. Free throw coming up for the former San Sebastian Stag. Now EAC General Jacob Shanoda, who was part of the starting unit neto ni Coach Gerson Cabiltes. You know him as a guy who has springs. And a hustle guy for San Sebastian before. 59-53. It's back to a 6-point advantage. Risho to the corner they go. Here's the jumper. Wala. Lucero, nagmamadali. Lucero bouncing it for EJ, who misses.
Good activity by Jacob Shinoda right there. Just keeping that ball alive. Yung tapikan, extra possession for their squad.
By the way, ang guardia ngayon itong San Sebastian, itong si Clarence Cruz.
He played a handful of games last season. Passable outside shooter. Just needs a little bit more confidence and a little bit more playing time. Can shoot from the outside.
Jude Bagay able to sneak one in.
Post action, straight post. Hindi na binaba yung bola. Just turning into his strong shoulder, the right shoulder to protect that left-handed shot.
And this is one of the teams he can do that against. You know, talking about Jude Bagay. Filiprico. Kuahaw. Cruz. Balik kay Kuahaw. No. It ends up with Cruz. Exactly a minute left in the third quarter. San Sebastian faced with an 8-point deficit. Wala pa rin para kay Kuahaw. Scramble. It is picked up by Lucero.
Binibig talaga nila tumira si Kuahaw. Bad shooting day.
Bagay underneath. And EAC establishes their biggest lead of the game.
Ako, I'm a big fan of Jude Bagay's game. Alam doon ng mga... Pati asawa ko alam kasi madalas kami manood magkasama. Si Jude Bagay. Na, great habits eh.
Yeah.
Pero minsan he gets just too much ahead of himself. Yun yung pareha sila ni Lucero eh. And that's a good offensive rebound.
So EAC.
Babalikan nila yan. Babalikan nila. Gusto nila yung matchup na yun. Pero bigla nakatapat kay Bagay. Sa swing nila rito, kung sino nakatapat kay Kuahaw, pinopost up nila.
Ito, si Bagay ang tinatauhan ni Kuahaw. Step back by Lucero. I don't think that's a shot they wanted. So at the end of the third quarter, EAC with a much better performance, extending their lead to 63-55. We'll be back for the fourth.
Angeles with 6 points, Bagay with incursions underneath the basket. And more importantly, they stuck with this. They stuck this 2-3 zone in the face of San Sebastian. Their best shooter couldn't knock down shots in Ian Kuahaw. Let's see if they can find another one that can break the zone. And if Ian Kuahaw can get out of his funk.
Yeah. So we begin the fourth quarter. Nakita niyo yung scoring natin kanina. EAC outscoring San Sebastian 25-18 in that third frame. Kaya abante sila ngayon ng 8 puntos, 63-55. Risho playing with an injured left ankle. Filiprico from the corner. Wala pa rin. Cabot comes up with it. De La Rama atake. Try to feed Filiprico pero masyadong masikip. And the San Sebastian players are
Sabi, natapik
looking
daw.
for a review.
Pero walang review dito. Wala ring challenge.
Yeah. Kumbinsido sila. Pero sa EAC bibigay, Aldeo Lucero has had a solid game so far. 9 points for him. And here he is.
So ayun na naman yung automatic backdoor. Reject ball screen, atake sa kaliwa, opposite corner. Dahil lahat ng tao, kahit sinong nag-basketball, laging nakatingin sa bola, pag hindi ka na naka-chest to your man dun sa corner, automatic pa backdoor eh. So dun sila nakakakuha ng mga knockout na baskets. And they've been doing this for the past 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
Kasama niyan sa offensive package na mga ginagawa ni Coach Gerson. Sa lahat ng teams niya across any league.
Nanakawan pa ni Paco ditong San Sebastian with the 2 points. Pinawian ni Risho sa kabila. So tit for tat to begin the fourth frame. Lucero, yes. Aldeo Lucero.
Kita mo pag in control, ang hirap kasi ang bilis niya. Tapos napipilitan yung dumidepensa, bumakpedal. Kasi ang liksi.
Talagang ganyan laruan ito ni Lucero. And here's a steal for EAC. Bagay. They don't have the numbers. He got tripped. But there's a foul. This gives us an opportunity to go courtside with our fourth quarter report from Christine San Agustin. Christine?
Thank you, Martin. We cannot just accept that we are at the bottom of the barrel. Ayan ang paalala ni Coach Gerson Cabilte sa EAC Generals as he also reiterated how badly they need to go home with this win. Coach Gerson also reminded the team of how they need to continue playing with composure and a sense of urgency because for him, winning this can reclaim their identity as competitors in the game. All for now, Martin and Coach Hammer.
Thank you, Christine. Yung pala yung nagpagising para dito sa EAC in that third quarter. And, you know, you gotta zoom in on their sense of urgency, especially in that third frame when they had the 8-0 run that really opened things up for them.
And they just need to find that groove na pinpoint, sino yung mga... Kasi ganun yan eh, may hierarchy talaga lagi. Ano yung points of attack natin? Tulad nito, ito yung huling foul kanina kay Jude Bagay na natisod eh kasi susundot ng bola. It wasn't a shooting foul. Pero dati
So, oh, nice block coming from De La Rama.
good defense by Juniel.
Ito na si Ian Cuahaw. San Sebastian facing a 10-point lead. Oh! De La Rama collects. Shot clock is down to 8. Gabat will make his move against the rookie.
That's a foul. Hand check foul on EJ Castillo.
So this is another guy they can get going.
Yung cross arm talaga na impeding the motion of our attackers dito sa NCAA. I'm giving a big thumbs up sa officiating natin. They've been very consistent from game 1 till the current game. Na consistent sila na if you're impeding, that's a foul.
Lucero with the steal and the score on the other end.
Na-experience. Na-experience. Hindi nakita yung kaliwang kamay. But that was a good move by Aldion Lucero. So sobrang bilis niya. And nasa kabilang angle yung referee. Yung konting-konting tapik sa braso, laking bagay. It's not an offensive foul.
13 puntos na para kay Aldion Lucero off the bench. He is their biggest producer off bench so far. Gabat going baseline, nicely done. Nice defense by Shanoda. Lucero bounce pass. EJ with the left hand.
Good and selfish play by Aldia Lucero. He had 2 successive attacks and then giving up that extra pass. Tignan mo, ang ganda na nilalaro niya yung pag-i-ease in control.
Biggest lead.
That's it.
Gabat for 3.
Maalat ang shooting ng San Sebastian ngayon. Walang mahulog dun sa mga binibigay sa kanilang outside shots. Single high ball screen.
Out of 23 from long range itong San Sebastian. Lucero going around the defense. Off the glass, too strong. Richo is down. De La Rama. San Sebastian looking to set things up and finally break the dry spell. They go to Cuahaw. Gabat steps into a 3. It's good. Ito na si Polo Gabat nailing his first shot of the game.
Saka nakita mo, in-embrace niya rin yung role ng pagiging defensive player. I like the development of Gabat. Grabe naman. Grabe naman yun.
Went crafty against 2 defenders.
And that's the perfect word. Crafty post player. Itong si Jude Bagay. Saka hirap nun splitting the help side defender on that 40 kasi yung baseline help. Ito muna yung bounce pass. And then finish muna to. Ayun, no? Basic. Hindi extension eh. So you're just protecting the ball. Ang tatawagan ng offensive ball is if you extend. This was the bounce pass. And left hand flick by EJ Castillo. But I want to see that post move. Post move, splitting the double team off the baseline. Ang hirap nun.
We'll get it later. Pero itong EAC, 13 puntos na ang abante. Filibrico misses on the bank shot. Ito na si Tolentino, kakapasok lang sa ating laban. Another veteran point guard sa lineup ni Coach Gerson. A steady lead by EAC. They compounded on their third quarter performance. Jacob heavily bothered and finally is able to fish a foul.
I want to see that again on the replay of that post move by Jacob Shanoda. Kasi nakataas yung kamay ni Polo Gabat eh. Yun lang, 5 fouls pa si Polo. After showing that highlight. Ito yung post-up. Spin, baseline, that's the double. Splitting it. Kinuha pa sa kabila.
Yep.
Crafty, great footwork. If you want to see guys who have great footwork, yung si Bagay, ganda ng footwork niya on the post.
Yeah. Nagpadala pa.
So alam mo,
help
grade school pa lang big man na eh. Kasi Pino gumalaw sa poste. Kasi ang hirap i-develop niyan. I mean, you can be tall, you can play big, but those post players, it's not about upper body eh. Soft hands and
coordination. Yeah.
kailangan parang naka-blue suede shoes dyan.
Yeah.
Dahil linggo eh, parang Elvis Presley dyan sumayaw. Kailangan pinong-pino kasi madalas nata-traveling yung mga quick moves na ganyan.
Yeah. Lalo kapag, ayun, yung matatangkad, awkward, yung movement. Jude Bagay.
Blue suede shoes eh.
Blue suede shoes.
Classic.
Wow.
Sabi eh, narinig ko kanina driving here. Alam mo na. Yung sinasabi ko sa'yo, pagkagising ka na alas 4 ng umaga, nagwawalis ka na rin ng tapat ng bahay. Pero hindi pa kumaka-crossover doon.
I-comment nyo nga po kung alam niyo yung songs na to. Okay, the biro lang.
Yung mga moms, saka yung mga dads, saka yung mga lolo't lola ng mga players natin dyan. mga Elvis saka Matt Monroe.
Jude Bagay has 17 points to lead EAC. They swing into De La Rama. Guahao catch and shoot. Wala pa rin, no? Para kay Ian Guahao. He is 1 out of 6 from long distance.
Binibigay sa kanila yung outside shot na. Kaya they're daring.
Tolentino has got Pastor on the switch. They go to Shanoda with 4 to work with. Outside pass. Octana beats the clock.
Good zip pass. Tsaka, ang laking bagay nung facing the basket ha. Face basket. Ito naman hindi ganun kaganda yung post footwork ni Shanoda. He's more of a 2-foot finisher. So you skip pass. Ganda bagay nun. Ganda nun ha, yung face basket. Kasi pag hindi ka post player, Norman Black corollary. If you're not a post player, face the basket. So you would have more options to swing the ball or get a grenade, yung dribble handoff sa taas para meron kang ball screen action. Mas magiging effective ka sa roller.
Ito naman. Kakabanggit mo lang ha, yung handoff. Si Shanoda rin yun.
Oo, ganyan lang lagi. Pagka hindi ka, kasi crash boards player si Shanoda eh.
And the threes are going in for EAC. Tolentino.
Binanggit ko kanina, shooter din tong Tolentino. Yan yung build-up ng mga guards nila.
De La Rama couldn't answer. The opposite is happening for Bastet.
Mamagana rito yung lamang. 1 shot, 1 rebound lang nangyayari.
San Sebastian, after scoring 37 in the first half, they've only scored 25 in the second half. Habang itong EAC, 41 points na. Octana. Angeles, baseline, no. That one rolls out. Ito na si Felibrico. TJ to the corner. Guahao, no. Ian Guahao now 1 out of 7 from 3-point range.
Sa dami ng mintes nitong dalawang koponan, maraming rebounds available. I want to see rebounding numbers later. Rebounding for both teams. Ito pala, meron tayong notes dito. So 40 and 40.
Yeah.
That's a lot of rebounds. Pero key number, offensive rebounding, 19 for San Sebastian.
Walang hindi talaga sila makaproduce. Ito yung kick out ni Jacob Shanoda.
Yun
sa mainit na Wilmar Octana.
Yung facing the basket and catch and look. Yung tawag sa Euro basketball. And once you catch it on the block, catch and look, catch it on the roll, catch and look. Para alam mo saan nagagaling ang tulong, sino yung kakampi mong malilibre, at saka pag meron ka bang clear path para umatake. Dahan-dahan lang, dahan-dahan. Pwede ka naman magdahan-dahan na mabilis. So, you're slowing down and then you're changing your speed. Hindi ka naman pwede laging mabilis ka na nga, nagmamadali ka pa. Hangkarot ka na nun.
1 gear ka lang.
Exactly.
So, may timeout tayo. 79-62. EAC comfortably ahead. Balik sa ating laban, Coach Jerson Cabildes took his team a while
Coach
to
Stevenson
get them
Chu.
going. Yeah.
On Coach Steve, of course.
Oh, si,
The mentor of Coach Jerson.
si Baron Davis ba to? Yung profile picture.
Oo nga, BDD
Nakaka-
yun eh.
Dapat,
May auto-dunk icon yan sa NBA Live.
dapat we believe yun, ha? Oh, supporter ng San Sebastian, Carl Baon as well.
Ay, magandang araw sa inyo. Enjoying the action.
Commenting on YouTube. Coach Hammer, shout out po! Sabi ni John Albert Santos. Ayan, supporter ng EAC.
Ayan, magandang araw sa
Kilala
iyo.
mo ba to?
Hindi ko alam eh. Sa sobrang dami kong kaibigan. Kasi, alam mo may certain... Ay!
Everyone
Coffee.
coffee.
Yan. Mga kaibigan natin yun doon.
Ayan.
Meron kasi ako certain kinship sa EAC dahil kay Coach Nomar.
Okay.
So, mga kaibigan ko, one of my closest friends, si Jim Viray, married one of the female basketball players ni Coach Nomar sa EAC. And barkada kami ni Jim. So, we always spend time there. We were able to shoot after our playing careers. Tsaka naging player din ako ni Coach Nomar.
Okay.
So, yung EAC, even before they joined the NCAA, nakaka-workout ako doon, certain kinship on the community.
So alam mo yung
Oo.
kultura, kumbaga.
Iba doon. Tsaka ang ganda ng facility.
Diba?
Isipin mo, para kami Olympic center. May pool, may weights room, may court, may volleyball court, may mini court oval sa taas. So,
Located in different levels.
Oh, yeah.
Of the building. Yan yung,
tsaka ang gagaling
EAC
ng
gym.
mga physiotherapist graduates
Oh, yeah.
nila. Center for Excellence nila yan, PT, and a lot of other medically affiliated courses.
That's right. De La Rama still trying for San Sebastian here. He has a double-double. Pero itong si Jonel De La Rama,
Medyo humina yung scoring here in the second half.
look at this, coach. 17 points, 14 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block. And in the future, if he keeps up, if he keeps producing these kinds of numbers, this is mythical 5/MVP material.
Yeah, right now,
Yeah.
with the way that he's rebounding, again, when you compute the numbers, when it comes to our top 5 players, it's stats based, and it's there is a heavy load on rebounding. It's a heavy point scoring pagdating sa rebounding. And when you're getting 15, 20 boards a game, you would be in that conversation, and not only in the mythical 5. More importantly, Rookie of the Year. Freshman of the Year. Kasi magkaiba na yung Rookie of the Year tsaka Freshman of the Year.
That's true.
Yung Rookie of the Year, kalaban mo na dun yung mga Jante Miller,
Ah.
yung mga bagong try, mga Rafi Celis, kalaban. Pero yung Freshman of the Year, bagong graduate.
But we can also argue, napapalag din doon si
Pero
Junel.
23 rebounds.
Oh, yeah.
Pagka 23 rebounds ka, tapos si Coach Hammer yung nanonood, hindi natitigil yan. Buong season, ikukwento ka na dyan. Kasi it's a lost art eh. Yung multiple effort rebounding, ang laking bagay niyan.
And he's a rookie.
And it translates kung rumi-rebound ka ng under 12 ka, hanggang pro re-rebound ka. Imposibleng hindi. Kasi it's in your DNA.
That's right. The final 2 minutes of this game, EAC has blown this one out. 79-63 with a big second half. Again, parang diesel itong EAC Generals. We kept talking about them, trying to build a bigger lead against a younger San Sebastian team. It finally happened in that third quarter, and they never looked back.
Because their zone gave the shots that San Sebastian had trouble with. Ngayon, going back to wearing my coach's hat, coaches and the offensive scheme needs to fabricate open shots. They need to fabricate open shots like that, off an inbound. It's the player's responsibility to knock down those shots. Ginawa na ni Coach Rob yung trabaho niya eh. Bigyan kayo ng open shots, yung depensa, binibigay sa ating outside shots, yung scheme, i-open up natin. Ang trabaho mo na ngayon mag-shooting. Mag-shooting ka na mag-shooting. Definitely si Ian Cuahaw. Maaga ba? Alas 2 pa lang, pagdating niya sa San Sebastian, kukuha ng bola yan, mag-shooting yan buong hapon. Ian, itag mo ko dun sa video. Sure yan.
Speaking of shooting, dalawang sunod.
Exactly.
But, a little too late for Philip Rico. He's another player who kept trying earlier from long distance. Ngayon lang nahuhulog.
Exactly, and knowing how competitive these players are, and with social media, alam nila na marami silang minintis na makikita nila on that scoreboard. Gagawin nila yan eh. In the afternoon, adjust ako agad. Shooting ako, konting pagod. Ligo, tulog lang ako ng konti. Nakatira ako sa dorm. Mas busy Postanes on that dive. Ligo lang ako, kain ako ng marami. Bawi, recovery meal, tulog. Simba ako sa Basilica. Akyat ako ng alas 5 hanggang alas 7 ng gabi. Libre yung ilaw. Hindi ka naman papatayin ng ilaw ni Father Verge. Shooting ka dyan. At saka ang kagandahan, yung mga ibang assistant coaches nila, stays in the dorm. Sa juniors, sila Coach Raymond. So, you can work on your game. And as a college player, it's your responsibility to work on your game.
That is right. Especially a tough outing like this, or after a tough outing like this, as Postanes scores underneath. Coach, ito yung EAC. From the previous game pa nila. Kasi in the preseason leagues, ang ganda ng pinakita nila performance.
Definitely. They won a championship in the preseason.
Exactly. And it hasn't translated so far here in the NCAA until the last game against Arellano, up to now against San Sebastian.
Saka again, it's a classification round. Walang ma-out. Yun yung sinasabi ng Mancom natin in the meetings. Just get your legs and then get an advantage. Get into the play-in. Kung number 5 ka, talunin mo yun. And then, you just need to have 5 wins. Get into the play-in, win in the Final Four, win in the finals. Those are the 5 most important games. Whoever is the healthiest, whoever is in the tip-top shape, whoever has the best players available, that's the team that will win a championship.
That's right. And
Ganun kasimple yan.
Even the trajectory of the team. Whoever's in the peak point, and they're higher than the peak points of the other teams, has a high chance of winning this year.
Okay lang yun. Number 1 ka, pero ubos yung player mo. I mean, sunog na. Burnt out. Hindi na makatiin. Walang next level. So doon nagkakaalaman yan. Alam mo yung Marty, kung nagpapakondisyon ka, when it comes to long races, marathons eh.
Kailangan may pacing ka sa sinasabi.
Sino yung may baon sa dulo? At saka sino yung mas malalim yung rotation to sustain throughout the season. And then when it's winning time, when it counts, everything is firing at the right moment.
And if you want to win a championship, you have to dig deep. At kailangan may uhugutin ka. Final seconds of this game. It is the EAC Generals coming away with yet another win here in the competition. The final score is 86-71. They're led by 3 guys in double figures. Wilmar Octano with 18, Jude Bagay with 17, who is our best player of the game, alongside 1 rebound, and Adeo Lucero contributing 13 off the bench. The EAC Generals did it courtesy of a massive second half. Outscoring itong San Sebastian 58-34 in that second half alone, because it was a 1-point game at halftime. 38-37 pagdating ng second half natin, or rather 48-34. Yun pala yung output natin sa second half. The Generals with consecutive wins here in season 101. And now we listen to their school hymn.